and we are recording. So welcome to the Team Nourished team call. I am so excited that you guys are spending your Thursday evening with us. If you can believe it, it is July the 2nd. We are over halfway done with the year, which makes me feel really excited. Yesterday, for whatever reason, July 1st, I was on a call and the girl said 6 months from today, it is going to be, oh my goodness, Talia's hopping on, yay. 6 months from today, it is going to be New Year's Eve. And I was like, what? That can't be true. And sure enough, 6 months from yesterday is New Year's Eve, which feels very like big and heavy. But it also, I don't know, this whole year has been kind of a crap show, I feel like, for most people. So I'm like, okay, this is a renewed sense of we're gonna collect ourselves. Hey Talia, welcome to the team call. You're camping. I love it. We are gonna kind of collect ourselves and head into the end of the year strong. We've already had an incredible first 6 months of this year. We're going to talk a little bit about a lot of things tonight. So you may want to grab a piece of paper if that would help you stay on track. But let's get into the first part of our call, which is always, let me screen share here. Oh, nope, wrong one. There we go. All right, and y'all see my screen? Renee, you're at the top. Can you see my screen, friend? Cool, okay. Play from the start. There you go. Welcome to our Team Nourished team call. I'm so excited you all are here. I love Thursday nights. It's funny, in our accountability thread, there's always like, what are you grateful for? And every Thursday night I get off this call and I'm like, I'm so grateful for my team. I'm so grateful for my team. I just love you guys so much. Everybody's face on here makes me so happy. Couple of new coach must-knows. I know there's some new coaches on watching or like on the call. And I also know there's some new coaches who are going to be launching MBF with us who will be catching the recording. So every team call starts this way because no matter if you started your coaching business yesterday or you've been doing this just as long as I have for 6 years, you need to know the must-knows. They don't change. There's no secret sauce. This is the same stuff I do every single month. This is the same stuff that the top 10 coach of all the top 10 coaches does. So our core mission is to help people achieve their goals and enjoy a healthy, fulfilling life. And that's what we're here to do. So how are you going to do that? You're first and foremost going to start your Beachbody Challenge. Also, let me just preface this with saying you are not going to start your Beachbody Challenge on June 20th. You are starting your Beachbody Challenge today. You can get results. It's not going to ruin your business if you go ahead and start getting results today. I know with launches, there's always this like anticipation of like, ooh, should I wait? What should I do? How do I get my best before and afters? Do I binge eat now so they look super hot when I do the program? No, please don't do that to your body. This is a sustainable lifestyle kind of thing, not a quick fix. So please go ahead and start your Beachbody Challenge. Get results like a boss. That means show up in your challenge group. That means drink your shake. That means do your workout, lean into our community, do the personal development, all the things. Practice the vital behaviors. That is part of your Beachbody Challenge. So be proof the products work every single day. That means you're doing your workouts. That means you're committed to daily intentional progress. Vital number 2, connect, invite, and follow up. That's how you build your business. You have to engage in your own personal journey first and foremost always, but then you also have to connect, invite, and follow up. So you're connecting with people that maybe are in your personal circle, maybe they're in your social media circle, maybe they're in your local town circle, however it is that you're reaching people, you're going to connect to them. You're going to invite them to this MBF thing. We're going to talk about that tonight, and we're going to follow up. And that's just because the fortune is in the follow-up, guys. I can't tell you how many times, and probably you guys know, because if you're on this team, it's probably because I followed up with you. You probably told me no. You probably told your coach no. I have people on my team that told me no 40 times. And on time 41, they had said, well, check back with me next month, or they'd ghost. And I'd just say, hey girl, I don't know if you saw my last message, but even if I do know they saw my last message, our new program kicks off next week, and just wanted to make sure you know you're invited. We'd love to have you. And all of a sudden they've gone bathing suit shopping and they feel like they, want to finally do this, and they say yes. So had you not followed up, my big thing with the follow-up is if you don't follow up and enroll them, they will enroll with someone else. It's inevitable. They will. Vital number 3, help people get results. So once they've enrolled with you, it's your job to help them get results. You can't make them eat the foods. You cannot make them do the workouts, but you can hold them accountable in the way that's appropriate to you and your relationship with them, whether that's in our challenge group, maybe that's in your challenge group, and then recognize them. Don't be afraid to shout people out every single week. If you guys don't read my emails that get sent out every Thursday with the coach stuff, every single week. It's not the coach one. It's my regular email. If y'all don't read that, there's always a boot camper shout out in there. It's somebody that I've picked that is really showing up, that's really doing their due diligence in the challenge group, who's, eating well, doing their workout, showing up, encouraging other people. They're always recognized in that weekly email. And then vital number 4 is personal development. We talk about that a lot on our team. I truly feel like lasting change comes from the inside out. It's fine to lose a couple of pounds, but if you still aren't happy on the inside, what did it really matter if you can wear different size jeans? Moving on from that, your first set of goals each month. And I know that can be frustrating because at the end of each month, you wake up on the 1st and you are back to helping 0 people that month. And every single person across all the board is there too. So every month, your goal is to help at minimum 3 people get enrolled, and you're going to advance to emerald when you do that. I teach you how, our team system is we teach you how to enroll people as coaches, because that saves everybody a big old headache on the other end of the stick. If you do that in your first couple of months as a coach, you do earn your ticket to Summit. You do earn a spot in the test group. There are 3 women on our team right now, and I can't do the official shout out because they don't send out the official emails till I think it's the 2nd week of the month after they do their diligence and follow up with everything. But you guys, there are 3 women on our team this month who will be receiving their free ticket to next year's Summit and their test group invitation as well. And then last but not least, log in and sign up for our team Good Vibe Tribe training website. You can do them at your own pace. Maybe you've done them before, but you just kind of want to recommit to your business. That's an excellent place to start. It's a hub of all the information. So goodvibetribecoaches.com, and then use the login and password. So let's see here. On to recognition. Speaking of recognizing people, we have our weekly top 5, which is based off of coach enrollments, volume, and Success Club points. So this was from June and not July, since it was the month just turned over. But congratulations to our top teammate, Paige Yorgi. Congratulations, girl. My second CBC, once you get to be 2-star, Beachbody allows you to open up a second version of yourself. And that's why I made it on the board myself, is because my second CBC, I enrolled people in that, and now I'm getting volume points and enrollments and such as well. Carrie Summers, congratulations, number 3. Megan Pickup, number 4. And Michelle King at number 5. Congrats, guys. I know Michelle isn't able to hop on tonight because they're on a one-night getaway. Her husband just changed over command. So for all you military people, you know what I'm talking about. It's a big deal. You're like, oh, finally I can breathe a little. We are recapping our June Success Club earners. Congratulations to those who helped 5 or more people. Myself, Paige Yorgi, Carrie Summers. And we'll talk about this in just a second, but that also means that we earned paid leads in July, which is going to be huge, 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 huge. And not free leads. I'll run down that in just a second. But Success Club 5, that means you met our minimum goal of helping 3 people last month. Nikki Welch, congratulations at SC7. Haley Zarita, SC6. Renee Coates, SC6. Megan Pickup, SC5. Amanda Harold, SC5. Congrats, guys. And then on the board, helping people, we celebrate every single life that is helped on this team. There is no life that is insignificant. And so Amanda Collison, congratulations for hitting SC4. That means she helped 2 people last month. Amy Myers helped 2 people last month. My husband helped 2 people, aka me. Michelle King helped 2 people. Leanna Morris helped 1. Catherine Garrett, I think she goes by Katie. Katie Garrett helped 1. Layla Bryant helped 1. And Andrea Tucker had 1 retention point. So if you guys don't know, Beachbody also offers retention points. You get 1 point for every 200 personal volume, which if you don't know what that means, don't get trapped up in the jargon. You'll just be like, oh my gosh, how did I get a point? I helped somebody last month, not this month. That's how Andrea Tucker earned herself 1 point. She helped somebody in May who continued to order in June. So because of her continuations and ordering, she earned herself a point. That's why there's some odd numbers rather than even numbers. You do get 2 points for every challenge pack enrollment you enroll someone with. Just a quick little rundown of our rank structure, what it means and why it's important. Emerald is where we all need to be headed for. If you are not already Emerald, this is your first goal, your first primary goal, because this is when you get to start opening up your Beachbody bank account. This means they start adding points in your bank account based on our team volume, not just what you are personally selling. So once that happens, all that team volume rolls up into a little bank account, and then it starts cycling over. That's how you get a paycheck for $14 when you didn't sell anything. It's because our entire team is collectively enrolling people, moving our businesses forward, and you get a payoff from that. So Emerald is always the best place to be. And then going beyond that into Diamond is an even better place to be. Diamond is when your business truly starts getting its feet off the ground. That's when you truly start earning a more sustainable income. So it's not, it's not $14 this week and $50 the next week. It kind of starts evening itself out and starts rolling upward. Diamond is 4 coaches, 2 of which are Emerald. So just making second versions of yourself. You do not have to enroll like random people for your Emerald. It can be your dad and your sister. It can be your neighbor and your hairdresser, but get yourself to Emerald and get there quick, because the quicker you get there, the quicker you can start making a little bit of income off of this. Maybe pay off your Shakeology, maybe pay off your kids' preschool, whatever. I mean, the possibilities are endless. Why advance to Emerald and SC10 instead of SC5? That's what I mentioned back at recognition time. And that's because SC10 gives you paid leads. SC5 gives you free leads. So if you are Emerald, that's 2 coaches, and you hit SC6 or 5 the month before, that means when somebody goes on to beachbodyondemand.com and signs up for a free account, they send them to you. You can then reach out to them, connect with them, talk to them. You can get them to upgrade, That can turn into income potential. SC10, on the other hand, is when they order something from the website, but they don't click that they had a coach. Beachbody still assigns them to a coach, because Beachbody wants their coaches to be financially successful, so they give us the commissions. So, you can make anywhere between, I think my lowest month on SC10 paid leads is something like $60, $70. My highest was back in April, and I think I made like closer to $700 in paid leads. So it behooves you to help the 5 people every month. It just all depends on who all's enrolling for Beachbody. And why advance to Diamond? Again, being a leader, building a team, increasing your cycle bonuses to $18 a cycle. I am in the midst of planning for our Diamond retreat, and that is only available to active Diamonds. And so that's a huge, huge incentive to be Diamond and really grow your own team and take ownership and leadership of your team. So couple of little announcements. We are coming up on our Coach Summit Better Together week. So every summer, usually we all meet up in a location within the United States, and there's a huge, massive fitness and health conference every year. It's usually in end of June, beginning of July. Because of COVID, we are not able to do that this year. And so we are having the online Better Together week. So save the dates for July 13th through the 18th. Just look at FAQ 1240 to get yourself more information, and be sure you download the Summit app for the most up-to-date information. They'll send you notifications like, oh, we're getting ready to have our keynote speaker. That way you can just click straight there instead of having to figure out and find where it is. We're going to talk about MBF tonight, so I'll kind of skip over a little bit of this. But if you got on this call and you are not aware that we have a huge, massive launch happening next week, welcome. We're having a huge, massive launch next week. MBF, get on board. It's going to be amazing. And then this is more for our actual call. So we are going to take a big, deep breath collectively and kind of dive in tonight into, let me check the chat real quick because it looks like there's things in there. Oh, Talia, you got to go. Okay. Oh, Katie or Catherine, either works. I can call you Katie, so it's easier. And I always get confused with Catherine because I'm like, maybe it's Kathleen, and then there's no L, and I get all twisted up. So we're just going to go with Katie because that makes my head not crazy. All right, so let's talk about MBF. I had asked at the beginning of this call who has tried the sample workout. So that is really exciting. If you have tried the sample workout, I have, like I said, I've done it twice. I do know that I am going to love it because I love components of the sample workout. Putting the sample workout all together, I'm always like, no, okay, that was good, but I like want to do the full thing. Like, so when she takes, the bod ropes and slams them down in these jackhammer things, I'm like, yes, I am going to love that. When she does different components, I'm like, I know I'm going to love that because of the way that the workouts flow. I know that it's going to be amazing. But let's kind of run down. I was on a call on, I guess that was Tuesday night. Our upline team, Set Your Soul on Fire, had a call with Megan Davies. I posted about it on our team page. I know several of you guys were on it. So if you were on it, type in the chat, like if you took something away from it, like what your big takeaway from that, because I'm going to share my takeaways. And then I'm going to teach you guys how I'm launching this to make our businesses freaking skyrocket in July, really next week and beyond. So MBF, if you don't know what that is, it's muscle burns fat. Megan Davies is the trainer for it. If you need a preview of her and you are like, I don't know about this sample workout, go to Clean Week. That's Megan Davies. She came to Beachbody through a reality TV show that they had. I'm not a reality TV show person, so that was not something I watched. But they did host a reality TV show several years ago called The 20s. And it was basically Beachbody search for the next super trainer, all people who were in their 20s. And she won, which it was funny to hear her talk on Tuesday because she was like, I did not even want to do that stupid show. I did not want to be on it. She's like, I am the biggest introvert in the entire world. I hate being around other people like that. Like the idea of a camera crew following me around sounds like my version of hell. Like I want nothing to do with that. And so it's kind of comical that not only was she on it, she also won it. And then she's like, well, now it's better because now I get to do my own programs and I don't have to live in a house with a bunch of other 20-something-year-olds. So I thought that was really kind of cute that she's such an introvert and really hated, like didn't want to do that. But basically her background, she and her family own a gym. She used to have she used to do fitness competitions. And so she, had done several of those. I think she and her dad did fitness competitions together even. Kind of an interesting story. You can look up her on her social media and get a little more about her story, but kind of an interesting thing. I didn't know that. And I think it's funny because if you do Clean Week, you almost like would believe the opposite, that she's soft fitness, that she's don't go, your range of motion should be very low and, blah, 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 like this very soft fitness. I was talking to Paige on our team earlier and she's like, I don't know about this. Like I did one of the workouts from Clean Week and just was like, no way, Jose, this is not for me. My fitness level is a lot higher than that. I'm just don't think that's for me. And then when we got the preview of MBF and when we got to talk to Megan on Tuesday, it's very apparent that the Clean Week was created for a purpose. Clean Week is an introduction to all of the Beachbody products. So if you haven't done Clean Week, it's worth it to do it because she takes certain moves from each of the Beachbody workouts, Insanity Max 30, T25, 21-Day Fix, all of these different things, and puts them there so that a brand new person to Beachbody who does not know, number one, where their fitness capability is, and number two, what program would be best suited for them. Clean Week is a great introduction to that. So when you're enrolling people, I almost always get them to do Clean Week first while they're waiting on their shipment to get in so that they can just get some exposure to what it is that we do. The cool thing about Clean Week is that she actually does the modified versions. Then off to the side, there's an intensifier, and then off to the other side, there's a modified modifier. So that's where I think people get the impression that it's kind of soft fitness, is because she's going with the modification to begin with, because that program was created for entry level, not sure what's going on. So when you introduce, like even next Tuesday, when you enroll a brand new person to this, they've never done a Beachbody workout, they've never done workouts like this before, You might have them just start with clean week. And what I say to them, and this is a very coach thing, so you're going to put your coach hat on when you enroll this person. You're going to say, I want you to do clean week. And what I want you to notice is, are you able to keep up with the trainer? Are you needing to modify the trainer? Or are you going with the intensifier? And that's going to give you a gauge of where they're going to fit in this program. So when we're going to transition them into MBF, Megan is not going to be the modifier. Megan will be the keystone. This is the way we're doing it. Then there's always going to be some jackalope being crazy, right? Like push-ups with claps and all kinds of crazy stuff. And then there's always going to be the modifier. She has a modifier in this program as well. I think they're going to do like split screen because of COVID. They had to do this where the other people on the cast are not in the room with her. They will have their own separate screen block. They were all shot in their home, and they're going to have their own separate screenshot. It's kind of an interesting sort of thing. So I'm curious to see how they will meld those together so that we can see what those people are doing really clearly. Because when they would when they would click over to the screen for the modifier, I'm like, this is perfect. This must be how, Carolyn, I think you said this morning, where the split screen on Transform 20, and there's several other programs where they've done that split screen version where you can see the modifier on half your screen, like the camera is focused on the modifier. And then there's also the trainer right there. That's the same way. I know Insanity Max 30 is the same way. There is a camera angle that is directly on Danielle Natoni, the modifier, the entire time. So you can watch that in split screen and you don't feel like, well, hold on, what was the modifier doing? They panned away from her. Because I mean, you know, in like 21 Day Fix, if you're trying to follow Kat, you're like, oh, well, crap, what is Kat doing? I need, like, and then you kind of have to wait, and then you see what Kat's doing, and then you go back to the exercise. So I'm thinking that this is going to probably have the modifier on screen at all times, and then maybe rotating in another cast member so that you get the feel of a group. The primary equipment for this group is going to be the bod ropes that are included in all the packs. Those are, if you don't know already, those are cordless jump ropes. They are terrifying looking to me, I'm not gonna lie. I have a sneaky feeling I'm gonna smack myself in the face with them, just because I smack myself in the face with all kinds of things. So why would this be any different? But I also am really excited about it because we have low ceilings. And so these are specifically made for indoor jump roping. When she was on the call on Tuesday, she said a couple of things that I want to make sure you guys understand. This is not, there is no other substitute for a bod rope. A jump rope is not a bod rope. Holding weights in your hands and moving them in this motion is not a bod rope. It doesn't mean, yes, Amanda, the bod rope is also weighted, exactly. She did say it's not heavy, but there is a certain weight to the ball so that it's not like flopping and flying everywhere. It actually gives a circular motion like a jump rope would. You can totally take a jump rope outside, but she said, to be honest, while you're waiting for your package to arrive, while your clients are waiting for their package to arrive, use air ropes, meaning hold your hands in a jump rope position and air rope. She said that's going to be more the closest motion wise that you would get. Somebody directly asked, can I just hold 2-pound weights? I have my 2-pound weights from Bar Blend. Can't I just hold those? And she said no, because when you're holding a weight, you lock your wrist and that will cause injury. So do not lead your people to holding weights and doing that motion. It is not the same and it will cause them injury. So if nothing else, like when I do it, and sometimes I'll like double dutch and I'm like, yeah. And it's cute because you watch the other cast members and they aren't just like bouncing up and down like a jump rope too. Some of them are doing little foot jacks. Some of them are up and back. So you can do lots of little fun motions that make it fun for you. So that you aren't just feeling like you're bouncing up and down. Also, for those of you who have trouble with jumping, who need to modify, the modifier just steps it out. She's just stepping out. They do high knees. She just steps high knees. And I have had to do the same, even in the sample. I'm like, that's a lot of jumping. that's a lot of bouncing up and down. So I just stop and jump. And we had a really awesome call with and I'll share this with everyone later, but we had a pelvic floor health specialist come on and talk to the boot campers this morning. And she talked about the impact of modifying and how powerful modification is for growing strength instead of just like blasting through it. So don't ever be afraid to modify. It doesn't make you have a worse workout. It keeps you safe. It allows you to build strength. So that's bod ropes. And then the other equipment is just a set of weights. She talked about light, medium, heavy. She said generally 5 to 15 pounds is going to be the most helpful for most people. But we also talked about not being afraid of using heavy weights. So if you've been doing programs for a while, don't be afraid to use some heavy weights. But she did talk about the volume. Some of these workouts in MBF are volume-based workouts, which means your rep count is going to be a lot higher. So you're going to use lighter weights, make sure your form is on point so that you can get through those higher rep counts. Couple of other things before we talk about how to launch this program. I want to make sure you kind of really understand the actual program itself. She also talked about it being like, don't have it in your head that it's a 3-week program. From day one, you need to believe and know that this is a 6-week program. MBF is meant to roll directly into MBFA. She talked a lot on that call on Tuesday about how people are really intimidated by that word advanced. She said, you tack on the word advanced or extreme to something, and all of a sudden people are like, I'm not extreme. I'm not advanced. I barely made it through the first one. It's a continuation. It's just a progression. The workouts get 5 minutes longer in MBFA. So you're looking at 30-minute workouts in MBF, 35-minute workouts in MBA. Just add on 5 minutes, and she's going to change up some of the workouts. And they are going to become some more advanced motions. So that's pretty cool. I'm really excited about that. And she said, no matter your fitness level, this program is for you. So 100% don't believe that, oh my gosh, I can't do the prep, so I can't do this, or I can't do 10 rounds, so I can't do this. It is for every fitness level. As I go through, I'm going to make my final judgment on it, but my intention is to be able to start people with this as an alternate to 21-day fix. I would really, really love to see people get started with this in another, because what I have a lot of is people who do 21-day fix and they get addicted to that 30-minute version, and that like upper body is one day, then cardio, then lower body, then cardio, then like a dirty 30. And so this, I feel like from what I've seen on the calendar, like that she shows in the sample, is positioned very similarly, and then Sunday is like a yoga stretch day, that this would be a perfect program to put people in as an alternative to 21-day fix. So that's kind of my thing. She also talked about nutrition plans. We're going to talk a little bit more in depth about those tonight with you guys. But she also mentioned that she does not ascribe to one specific meal plan, that she is a combination of them both. And that is why they chose to offer both nutrition plans with this. And that kind of leads me into, I want to share my screen again and show you guys exactly what it is that you get with the challenge packs, because this is going to be really, really instrumental. You guys will all get a copy of this, so don't think you have to like you can screenshot if you want, but I'm going to give you a copy of these images so that you can use them and let me be very clear. These are not social media images. Do not use these in your posts. Do not use these on your stories. These are to be used in conversation with someone. Hey, Renee, yes, I want to be a part of this. This person went through our MBF hype group, whatever you want to call that info group. This will be in there as well toward the end of the group. What packages? Show me what I'm getting. I don't understand. Show me. Then you send this in a private message. This is not, hey guys, I just am a Beachbody coach and I wanted to know if anybody wants to do this new program with me, and it's a picture of this on your social media. Do not do that. No. We are not that kind of team. It typically leads people to block and hide, which is what I would do personally, because I think that's annoying. I don't want to be on Facebook to be sold something. And if I do, I want it to be sneaky sales, not, I want it to be attraction marketing. I want to buy something from you because I like how it's enhancing your own life. These are the MBF, MBFA challenge packs. Just so you know, I've had a couple of questions about this. You are not purchasing MBF and MBFA separately. When you buy MBF, MBFA will also be available to you when it releases August the 17th. So it's not two separate VIP enrollments. You're not going to buy MBF and then in August have to turn around and buy MBFA. That's what she was talking about. Like, consider it a 6-week program altogether. Our team is going to make it, it's actually going to be a 7-week program, just the way the dates line up, but consider it a 6-week program for the majority of people. There are 3 challenge packs. Thank you, Jesus. They have narrowed it down to 3, and I could not be happier that they have narrowed it down to 3. It makes my life so much easier. 160 is going to be Shakeology or Performance Challenge Pack. So that's Shako plus the rest of the challenge pack, or Recover and Energize plus the rest of the challenge pack. The deluxe is Shakeology, Recover, and Energize, and the rest of the challenge pack. And we'll pick apart the challenge pack here for just a second. But this is a badass deal, you guys. Like, for real, this is an amazing deal. So to me, this is where I would be leading the majority of people. And then if they're like, no, I don't want the whole kit, then back them down. But this is an incredible value. Okay, so what else comes with the challenge pack? You're getting a year's worth of BOD. So 1 year worth of BOD. Both nutrition plans. And this is what I was kind of going nutso about in my live video on the team page, because this, I don't have polite words for what I think about this being added to it. I kind of can't believe that they are adding both Portion Fix and To Be Mindset with this. Like, that's just stupid for people not to want to do this. I mean, this is such an insane value, because guys, Portion Fix on its own is $119. To Be Mindset on its own is $119. BOD a year is $99 plus you can go with the digital unlock if you want to call it that, of MBF is $50 plus Shakeology or the performance line is $130. That doesn't include the BOD ropes that you're getting as well. So they're estimating this at $556 and they're getting it for $160. So I don't know. I kind of get a little like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I just can't believe it. This makes my life as a coach who enrolls people almost exclusively with the upgraded version, with because right now the majority of people that enroll with me are not just buying a Beachbody on, like last month when everything was $140, I still enroll people with the nutrition plan because I believe so deeply in our nutrition programs, but I don't believe in them singularly. As a nutrition professional myself, I always hesitate to be like, this is the way. So Portion Fix singularly has never set well with me, and To Be Mindset singularly has never set very well with me. In my own personal belief, my own nutrition belief philosophy, they should be combined. But Autumn is Autumn and Alana is Alana, and you can't combine two humans. Like, that doesn't work. And so this is the way that they've combined it. So the way that I teach nutrition to nutrition only clients, so we're taking the fitness component completely out. I teach them To Be Mindset principles using containers to measure the items that they struggle with, especially, I don't know, for whatever reason, it's probably because I personally struggle with binge eating. My clients typically struggle with binge eating as well, specific foods. For me, obviously yellows. Like, I mean, I think that's a no-brainer. I'm American, so that's where we are here in the carbs. So carbs and proteins, I always overeat on if I am not measuring correctly. Or I'm in my head thinking, okay, I got to cut back on these. And then I go way too far on the other end of the spectrum. And I'm like sprinkling some black beans on something, and I'm not giving myself a full serving. So it's like my eyes and my brain and my stomach don't all coordinate. And so the containers are an external control source for that. And I think that most people need an external control source for specific foods, not all foods, specific foods. My own personal philosophy in nutrition, you can't OD on vegetables. You are not going to gain weight by eating kale. You just won't. You might give yourself some gas, but you're not going to OD on kale and eggplant and zucchini, okay? So like eat them. If you are hungry, eat some carrots. Like you can eat as much of those as you want. And Alana believes that too. So that's why I'm like, oh, you're my soul sister in that. And I did not start out that way. So don't believe it. You know my story, you know, like obviously I didn't start out that way. It was so hard for me to get my green containers in every day. And now, like if I calculated out my green containers, I probably have 10 plus green containers because that's what I snack on. If I'm hungry, that's what I don't measure lettuce. Like I think that's silly. So the fact that they're combining these is really, really, really massive, guys. Don't let it confuse you. Don't let it intimidate you. Don't let it make you feel like unknowledgeable enough, if that's the right word to say. Just have them watch the videos and ask them to see which plan resonates best with them, and let them know that it's okay to mix them. It's 100% okay to mix them. And then Shakeology or Performance line. I personally ascribe, that's why I go, I kind of scooch on back over to the Deluxe, because I think all three are really, really vital. There is no way on God's green earth I'm doing any of these workouts without Energize. So no matter what, I will be enrolling people with Shakeology and Energize, and screw it. Why not get your Recover while you're at it, And if you don't want to drink the protein, mix it in pancakes, like whatever. I don't care. Mix it in protein balls. Okay. Next. So what happens if your person already has BOD? So like all of you, what happens if Susie on your Instagram feed is like, ooh, I want to do that, but I bought BOD with no coach back in April. What do I do? We have a solution for you, Susie. Number one, you should have come to me to begin with, because you already knew that I was Beachbody coach, but we'll let that slide. We're going to get them switched over to us, and we are going to get them a completion pack. Completion packs are everything but Beachbody on demand. So you're looking at a $130 price tag. And again, that's literally the cost of Shakeology, or however you want to spin it. If that makes you uncomfortable to say that Shakeology costs $130, then tell them you're getting the meal plans, the MBF, and you're getting a 30-day trial of Shakeology for free. And if you want to continue it, you can. I use that languaging a lot because in my opinion, it's kind of like, oh shoot. And I can't ever remember this silly little, like, what is it? 6 half dozen to 6 half dozens doesn't matter. I don't know. That is definitely not the saying, but you get what I'm trying to say. Like you can add 6 and 6 and get 12, or 12 is a dozen. It doesn't really matter which way you cut the pie. This all comes with it. And so a lot of times if people are if I can feel out that they are already super skeptical about the supplement, the languaging I use is you get a free trial, a free 30-day trial of Shakeology. Because they do. They get a free technically the whole dang thing's a 30-day trial of it. They can get their money back if they want. So they're getting that. And then if they want to, and I just let them know, it automatically sets you up with a home direct so that you get the best shipping deal. If you don't want to continue it, I can send you the link to get that canceled. It is very easy, guys. They don't have to make it a big deal, But our job, because we love Shakeology and we love Energize and Recover, is to help them fall in love with it and tell them to treat it like an experiment. Like, especially if they're super skeptical. I was talking to my neighbor the other day and she's like, I don't like Shakeology. She's not one of my customers. She's got a different coach, but she's like, I don't like Shakeology. So how did you make it? Don't just accept, well, I don't like it. Okay, well then you don't have to drink it. Like, I mean, that's like telling somebody, well, I don't like salads. Well, then you just don't have to eat salads. Well, how about we try to make, because they're great, okay? They're really densely packed nutrients. You can get a lot of really good stuff in it. Okay. Anyways, these are the completion packs. Okay, couple of other little things. Well, actually, let's move into how I am going to be launching this. So first and foremost, you guys know that we have our group, Brief Before the Burn, Build Muscle, Burn Fat with Team Nourished. Every day there is going to be a post that goes up. Today the post was with the free sample workout, so I would love for you guys to go in there. I need to do mine, and post your little sweaty selfie in it. The more engagement you have, the more you can tag your potential customers, the more you can tag your potential coaches, all of that, the better. The more engagement in this group, the more fun this launch is going to be for our team. But every day-ish, I think there's maybe like 1 or 2 days that don't have a post, but every day in there's going to be a new post. It's going to explain a different aspect of the program, of all of the things. And so you can direct them so you don't have to feel like you know everything about it. Let our team support you and support your business. That's resource number 1. So as a team, I am a part of the MBF launch for our whole group. Sorry, I wanted to get the link for it here. There we go. For our Set Your Soul on Fire. So this is Amy Silverman's team, a much, much larger team than ours. I am a part of the launch group, the Launch Academy. This is a group, it will start the 7th, so it hasn't started yet. That's why I haven't told you guys about it before tonight. But it will start on the 7th, and this group is specifically for how to do this program and have it propel your business forward. Step by step, day by day action items on what to do to have this move your business forward. So this is going to be a really, really great resource for you guys as well. And some of these coaches are just, I mean, Amy's a 4-time or 5-time top 10 coach. Obviously, the woman knows what she's doing. So we can learn from her. Lots of elite coaches on this, lots of people who've been doing this for a long time. So there's going to be some really great resources in that as well. My step-by-step launch period. You guys will also get access after this call to this as well. So right now we are in the pre-order period. So your job right now as a coach is to hype it up. So if you have not tried the sample workout, guess what your first job is tomorrow morning? To do the sample workout, to talk about the sample workout. You can use the words MBF if you want. I've been using the languaging of like a CrossFit style, Orange Theory style workout. This is not CrossFit. This is not Orange Theory. It might be a CrossFit style workout. So you're looking at functional fitness moves, EMOMs and AMRAPs. And if you don't know all that jargon, it's like every minute on the minute. And she explains it in the program. And then AMRAPs are as many reps as possible. As many reps as possible. Yes, AMRAP. So that's a lot of what they do in their own personal gym, her family's gym. And so this is how she's prepared this program. It's really exciting. This is going to be really, really good for those of you who have people already. And then before the end of this call, I know we're kind of running up on time and I want to give you guys time to ask questions too. I will send all of this out to you so that you will have all of this, but I want to show you how you guys will be ordering it on the 7th. And let me also be very clear. It is very important that we order this on the 7th. And I don't say that from a selfish standpoint. I say that from a shipping standpoint. Shipping is a pain in the butt right now. I do have reason to believe that shipping for this will be better because it's a launch. They have boxes stacked up ready to send out. So it's not this backlog of stuff. And so I'm hoping that that will greatly speed up shipping. But I want to be able to, like, looking at the calendar, if everyone orders on the 7th, that gives you almost 2 full weeks to get it in. I'm assuming that you will have it. That's why we set our date for the 20th and not starting on the 7th, not starting on the 13th. I would love to start on the 13th for personal reasons, but I know for a fact my kid isn't going to be here. And I also know for a fact that while you guys may be ready to start on the 7th, the 25 people I've been talking to about this will, it may take them till the 8th. It may take them till the 9th. I mean, God it'll probably take them to the 10th or 11th, but I'm going to cut off because they just aren't going to be able to start with us. You know, if they're like, no, I will start no matter what, even if I don't have my bod ropes, even if I don't have my stuff, then I mean, I'm not going to tell them not to order. But I mean, if they cannot start on the 20th with us, they are going into my regular boot camp. I am not adding people in to our team test group launch throughout the month. This isn't a rolling thing. Our group will start the 20th. MBF will go the 20th. You know, week 2 will start the 27th. Week 3 will start the 3rd. We are going to have what's called a victory week, the 10th through the 16th. So you can take a rest day in there. And then we're going to get right back to our favorite workouts from MBF. MBFA launches on the 17th. Our whole group will start on the 17th. So this also gives people a little bit of an extra gap. So if they don't start until the 27th, they can pick up with our group and do MBFA on the 17th of August. MBFA will start the 17th. You know, week 2 will be the 24th. Week 3 will be the 31st. We are ending Labor Day weekend, guys. We will have kick-ass results to be sharing, and my September boot camp will I'll probably push it till the 8th since Labor Day is a holiday, but it will start that day, and those results are what will drive more enrollments to my boot camp. So the big thing will be not letting this gap of while you're doing the program slow your business down. What I see a lot with launches is people get really, really hyped up and they're like, we're going to do it. This is going to be amazing. And then they're in the thick of the program and they realize, oh my gosh, I'm not inviting to anything else because I'm in the thick of this program. Guys, I'm still going to have an August boot camp. So those people, not everybody's going to do MBFA or MBF and MBFA. That's okay. They can do my regular boot camp and they can do Transform 20 and Country Heat and Size and whatever else, you know. So that's kind of that. Pre-launch period, the 17th through the 26th. This is coach window only. I explained this to someone on our team earlier because they were a little confused. So I want to make sure this is very clear to you guys. When it says coach only, that does not mean you have to already be a coach on the 7th to order. I think there was a little bit of confusion with like, well, my sister wants to do it, but she's not already a coach. Should I enroll her as a coach today and then have her, you know, buy this on the 7th? No, just enroll her as a coach on the 7th and she will be able to start in BFA. Like, you don't have to do both, you know, just start it on the 7th. They can enroll as a coach. They cannot enroll as a customer on the 7th with MBFA. I have so many people ask, they're like, oh, well, I really don't want to do a coach. Can I just do customer? Well, you can, but you got to wait till the 27th. And at that point, it's too late for our coach test group. So why are you not just enrolling as a coach? Like, that's just silly. So go ahead and get them enrolled as a coach. It is not hard. They will not be charged any extra money. It all costs the same. On the 27th, those same prices will be there. So you might as well get the coach enrollment for free. Like, it's just silly not to. Launch period, 27th of September 6th. We are going to be doing our programs. We're going to be sharing clips. We're going to be talking about it, recording our non-scale victories, getting out there, sharing it with people, doing our meal prepping on Instagram Live so that people can see what we're eating and that we're not starving ourselves to get our results. And then we're going to capture our late adopters because there's always going to be people that 3 weeks in, they're going to be like, oh, is it too late? And you can be like, no, it's not too late. Come on, let's do this. And then these are some key dates. I always get this as well from people that do not want to do this with us now. They want to wait till it comes out on Beachbody On Demand without having to purchase it. Late December 2020 will be when that happens. Last thing. Well, 2 things. I lied. 2 more quick little things. This also will be shared with you guys. Those of you who have people on Beachbody On Demand already, who their Beachbody On Demand is up in the next 3 months. So it renews July, August, or September. And you can do that. Do y'all all know how to do that? Maybe you don't. Maybe I need to show you how to do that. No, we'll do it here. You can go to Monitor My Business, subscription orders, and order them by customer, by date, so that you can see. If you haven't been doing this very long, you don't need to worry about this part. But if you've been doing this for more than a year or for more than like 9 months, you need to go look at that, because there are people who are renewing, and you don't want them to renew their bod and then have to buy a completion pack, because that's going to charge them $60 extra rather than 30. So this is what will go out in an email from me. It explains exactly what's going on. I will tell them exactly, like, it will renew it for $99 on August the 1st, unless you have previously canceled it, blah, 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 blah. So y'all all have access to that. And then the last thing I wanted to talk about with you all is, how are you going to purchase it? Because what's really important, as well as your customers and all of that, is how are you going to purchase it to give you the best deal? Because what I want to see is our team also get the best deal, because I hate you guys overpaying too. Even though you get 25% off, there's still the completion pack is still a better deal. No matter what, the completion pack is always a better deal. So Amanda Harold told me that I was telling people wrong, and I'm really, really grateful that she was like, hold on, I think that's wrong. Thank God for this team, because I would lead us all off a cliff sometimes, I think, if somebody didn't like speak up and say, hey, I think Danielle's being crazy. So what she was saying was, if you are going for Shakeology 365, or if you don't know about that program, if you hold on to a Shakeology subscription for 12 months out of the year, Beachbody gifts you fun little things. They also, at Summit, you get a special little tag that says you're a 365er. You get, I think there's like a cup and a canister and a scoop, and I don't know, I got a wine glass this past year. It's great prizes. And again, you all know I will do anything for a great prize. So 365er is where it's at for me. If you want to keep your status going for 365, what you are going to do is move the shipping date of your current order to, like, so you would move it and not cancel it. So if you move it to later in the month, it will still go on in that month, which keeps you going, but you'll move it to, like, say, July 31st instead of August 1st. Keep it in the month of July. Go ahead and order the completion pack. Once that's shipped, once you've gotten the Shakeology, then you go on to Coach Relations and say, hey, I need to cancel my newest Home Direct, the one that just shipped. So I can walk you through that. Your upline coach can walk you through that. It probably sounds way more complicated with me explaining it, but the moral of the story is, don't cancel your Shakeology order. I was having everybody cancel their Shakeology order and then purchase a new completion pack. I mean, if you don't care about 365er, then that is kind of the more streamlined way to do it. If you care, like me, about prizes that they send out, then you don't want to do that. And that is what I will be doing. If your Beachbody On Demand renews in the next 3 months, so if go on your back office and look and see where your Beachbody On Demand renews, you can go up to my account, my orders, and then it'll say at the top, September 3rd, 2020, you will be billed $99 for Beachbody On Demand, because that's when your yearly cycle is up. If it is July, August, or September, you are going to cancel your Beachbody On Demand and buy a challenge pack. Because as we saw, a challenge pack that includes both fitness or both nutrition programs, MBFA and MBF, and Shakeology and bod ropes for $160 versus you paying $99 and then buying the digital unlock for $45. Oh, and also I wanted to do the Shakeology, then your Shakeology order ships for $97 with your coach discount. I mean, you're in the $250 range, guys, whereas you could have just had it for $160. So do a little math, sit down, calculate it out. But if it's in the next 3 months, you're going to want to cancel your Beachbody On Demand, and that's just done through Coach Relations. I always do it through live chat. You can call, but I always do it through live chat so that I have a visual record. If something isn't done right, I can say, right there, it says you confirmed that you canceled that. Why was it not canceled? So I always do it in live chat for that reason. It's a lot. I'm excited, if you can't tell. Like, I'm super, super pumped about MBF. It's going to be an amazing program. I know for me personally and my personal results, I'm super excited to see what it's going to do for my body. I am a big believer from personal experience that you can't just do cardio to lose weight. You have to lift weights. Muscle burns fat. It is a scientific fact. And so, and also I loved what she said about like, don't being scared about getting bulky. If I can like end the call on this, because I think a lot of women are a little conscious of like, well, I don't want to look bulky. I don't want to look manly. I don't want to have too big of muscles. I loved the statistics that or the science, the evidence that she talked about with how long it takes to build 1 pound of muscle. It takes, would she say, like 30 days or something like that to build 1 pound of muscle. You aren't gaining a ton of muscle weight. You are burning fat. Your muscles may look more swollen. They may be holding more blood. They may be holding more water, but you did not gain 6 pounds of muscle in 3 weeks. So don't worry about looking bulky. You don't have the testosterone for it. You don't have the body composition for it. Some people build muscle quicker. Some people build muscle slower, like ectomorphs and mesomorphs, but you are not going to look like some Jack Diesel man from lifting some weight. So don't be afraid to lift. Don't be afraid to lift heavy. Don't be afraid to do cardio. Your fitness is going to be great. So, all right. That is the end of our call for my part, but you guys ask your questions. What questions do you have? Many of you, this is your first launch. So I want to help you be success.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
So if I just had 2 people sign up for Beachbody On Demand yesterday and today through my website,
Mm-hmm.
not through me and a share card, are they kind of SOL at this point?
No.
Like to do it? Okay.
No, I would hop right on that Coach Relations and say, I want to cancel my Beachbody On Demand, please. Refund my money. They're still within the 30-day window. So you're going to get them a refund and they're going to buy a challenge pack on Tuesday. Yep. They are not SOL. So and that's another thing. I had a lot of people, and for me personally, I really struggled in June with enrolling people knowing this is coming up. They are going to send out a promo code for people, and it's all enrollments from June, plus anyone that enrolls with a challenge pack the 1st through the 6th. They're going to get a promo code for, I don't know what the promo code is for, but it makes the MBF like either nothing or really, really, really cheap to upgrade. Also, Amanda Collison, thank you for 6 in one hand, half dozen in the other. Yes, that is what I was trying to say. I knew there were 6s and dozens in there.
So if our Beachbody On Demand, like mine is set to renew July 29th, mm-hmm. I would contact Coach Relations, tell them not to do it, and then renew it with the challenge pack for MDF or MBF. Sorry, MBF.
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah. So you would get on, and I can put a post up after this call that gives the Coach Relations link. And I will say I wouldn't do that until like the night of the 6th, or well, I don't know if I'd do it the morning of a launch morning because it gets a little crazy.
I was thinking the 7th is the day before I fly out for a week. So I just figured if I do it this weekend, that it would just make my life one less thing I have to worry about the day before I leave. And I'm trying to get 4 kids ready to go to grandma's house, and the lizard ready to go to somebody's house, and the cat ready to be taken care of. It logistically, this trip is turning into a nightmare, but it will be worth it. So.
Well, and so, yeah, you just do it whenever you're prepared to not have bod, because when you tell them, and that's the other languaging you guys need to use. And when you contact Coach Relations, either on behalf of your customer or you give them the link to contact Coach Relations, the languaging has to say, I need you to cancel my Beachbody On Demand account effective immediately. I want to buy a challenge pack. They're not gonna upgrade you to a challenge pack. Like, they can't do that. But otherwise what they will do is cancel the upcoming shipment when it is up for renewal. Well, that's not helpful, because if you already have bod, you cannot buy a new bot account, even if you know it's going to be canceled. So you have to say effective immediately. They don't give you crap about it. They're just like, oh yeah, okay. People do that all the time, all the time. So,
so once you cancel it, you have no access to bot. Is that what I'm getting
no
at?
access to bot, which is why I'm saying, like, if you want to continue to work out, you might want to keep it. I know that's a pain in the butt. But if you want to work out, you might want to keep it, because otherwise it will continue your bod till the 29th, and you can't buy a new challenge pack until the 29th or the 30th, I should say. And
which for me would probably be okay, but
yeah, if you're going to do
do
a whole nother thing of Transform 20, then yeah, I mean, then there's no reason for you to like jump on board on the 7th. But if your intention is to start with our team doing MBF on the 20, whatever it is, 20th, then yeah, you'll want to go ahead and cancel it.
Okay. Thanks.
Carolyn, I will say from personal experience, I had to cancel my bod on the Morning Meltdown 100 launch day last year so that I could do this exact thing, and was able to connect with coach relations over chat. They canceled my bod immediately, and then 5 minutes later I was able to purchase a new challenge pack. It is pretty instantaneous. So
Perfect.
I know you're worried about it being right before your trip, but it is like, it is not like you're going to be sitting there waiting. It's like within 10 minutes you can do everything.
Yeah.
Perfect. Awesome.
Yeah, it is. As long as you use that languaging of effective immediately, it is effective immediately. Like they could go onto their computer and they cannot get on bod. So, yeah, and I sit there most of the time. I do it on behalf of my customers, just as a customer service kind of thing. You can't do it on behalf of a coach. You can only do it on behalf of a customer, and you do it as the customer. And I always get their permission. Hey, do I have your permission to contact coach relations on your behalf? Yes, that covers my butt. So they can't say, well, she did this without my, I'm like, I got a screenshot right here that says I did not do this without your consent. But that will take care of it for them. So, all right. Bye, Carolyn. Yeah, I know it's 3:00. So if anybody needs to hop off, I am going to keep the recording going just in case there are other questions that may need other people, people watching the recording to be aware of.
So I have one other question for Adriana. I know she had a buzz off, but she has tried to get into the Good Vibe Tribe to do the new food training, and she hasn't been able to get on. Is there something that I can do to help her?
Yes. I don't know how she's logging on, but my guess is so here, let me, I'm going to show you how commonly it's done wrong. And so you can ask her. So goodvibetribecoaches.com. And I don't know why it's like this. It's just the way the website is. So she's like, oh, I want to go to see this. She's probably putting that information in here. This is for sign up. That's not login. She has to click login and then put the email in and tell her, do not sign up for anything. You're just going to use goodvibetribecoaches@gmail.com. And then the password is good vibes only. And then it allows you in.
Renee, I had issues too. Like you can't copy and paste the password. You have to type it in or it won't let you in either.
Okay.
So that was
okay. I know that she had asked me, and then I had tried to go in, and then I got mixed up. And so today, when we right at the beginning, when you said something about it, I said, ask your question, and she did, but then she had to jump off. So I was like, I want to ask for her so then I can.
Oh, I see. I was wondering, how do I get accepted into the tribe?
And that's okay. That's okay. As long as I ask.
We initiate you. There's a whole blood sacrifice. It's a thing. I don't know. Don't tell her that. It may scare her. I don't know.
I have a question. Do we, for coach refunds, does that come with a completion pack or is that just with a challenge pack? So like if they do the completion pack and they do the coach enrollment, do they get in reimbursed?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yep, completion packs work, challenge packs work. I'm assuming you're talking about like if Susie signed up with a challenge pack in February and she's going to purchase a completion pack. No.
No, like
Give me a scenario.
Someone has bought and they want to do the completion pack, but they're not a coach, but they want to do it on the 7th, and then they do the coach enrollment with the completion pack.
It goes for free. They do not have to do a refund. It's just like if they bought a complete, like, you know how when you build a cart and it has the coach enrollment thing and it says like $0 or whatever that thing is where it takes it off, it's the same in a completion pack. They will not have to pay that.
Okay, that's wonderful.
It's even better. Yes. And that's why, I mean, even beyond this launch, it's smart to enroll somebody with a completion pack. I mean, it kind of in the end doesn't matter, but the completion pack just takes care of it, you know, just enroll.
So I have another question. With a completion pack, can they get that with other products besides Shakeology or the performance line? Or is it only those two as options?
Those two as options.
Okay.
So like hypothetically playing out another completely different scenario. And this is not launch related. So just know with the launch, you're going to want to do Shakeology or the performance line. But like say Susie enrolled with the challenge pack in March. She hated Shakeology. It gave her hives. She tried Energize and Performance and it made her face twitch. I don't know. She's like, but I can do the beach bars. I want to do 3 boxes of the beach bars on Home Direct so that I can build a business. She puts the 3 beach bar boxes on Home Direct, buys the $40 coach enrollment fee, and then you just submit that refund request for the coach enrollment fee. Does that make sense? Hopefully, or maybe I just confused more.
Nope. Nope. I'm with you. I'm following you.
And that's kind of unrelated to the launch, but
not during a launch.
Yeah,
I have somebody who I think wants early access, but is newly pregnant, and so I don't think she wants to do.
Then she's going to have to wait to be a customer.
Okay, and that's okay. That's the way I was going to go with it.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to ask before I told her that.
Right. Oh, your phone's dying. Let's see, Amy, you said your phone's dying. That's okay. I get it. My phone dies every day. Yeah. I mean, there's ways around it if she really wants to do it. And I say ways around it, meaning she's going to buy the Shakeology and either not use it, give it to her husband, that kind of thing.
Right.
But yeah.
That's okay. Yeah. And I just was curious. I just know that it's her first child. So she's like, really like.
Yeah. And that's it. Yeah. You totally respect where people are and meet them where they are. I mean, I can only share my experience, but I'm not a doctor. I'm not a doctor, but I'm also not specifically her doctor. And she needs to do what she's most comfortable with. You know, whether I believe that that's logical or not doesn't really matter. It's what she feels comfortable with. So
right.
Okay. Anybody else have questions, launch or non-launchy? Is anybody scared of things called AMRAPs and EMOMs, or does that excite you? Thank you. I'm that little, I know Paige and Amanda Collison are all like hyped up on this crap. You know that little emoji that has the like all the teeth? It's like, that's how I feel about it. I'm like, I'll do it. I'm a little nervous. And I feel too hardcore saying things like AMRAPs. Some kind of CrossFit poser.
I'm afraid somebody would be like, what does that mean? And then I'd be like,
as many reps as possible.
I don't remember.
Memorized. And I bet you by the end of this program, you're going to know intimately what that means, like real deep down in your soul, in your interior core, like where Tracy was talking about today, up in the core. So that was such a good call, you guys, to this morning too. And I'll give everybody, I have to upload the YouTube of it, but gosh, she was good. Pelvic diagrams and all. It was amazing. I loved it. Amanda, did you like it too, Collison?
Mm-hmm.
This morning, yeah, it was.
I mean, I had with the PT background, I was familiar with a lot of that. But like, yeah, I mean, it is a specialized thing, and most people have no idea that specialized PT exists for pelvic floor.
I know.
But it is a very real thing.
It is, and she's so knowledgeable, and I don't know, she just has a way of making it like, oh, it's just your vaginal wall. I'm like, oh, okay, isn't it?
It's just female parts don't work right.
Right.
If it was a man, he would be going to the doctor immediately to get his man parts working right.
Right, and I loved how she was like, you would not question if your shoulder was all messed up going to the doctor and being like, my shoulder is messed up, fix this. But nobody wants to.
Or to look in the mirror, use a mirror to look and see what's going on. Well,
I'm like, oh.
If you've had any kids, it might be a little scary to look down there, but
Right.
it's all right. It's okay.
Take a shot of tequila first or something. It loosens you up a little bit.
Oh, God.
All right, you guys. Well, as the launch gets kicked off, please be inviting people to that group. I'm, basically anybody that watches my story is getting an invitation on Instagram, on Facebook. I've been putting my stories on Facebook stories so that I have a pool of people to be inviting to. I'm going back through all of my follow-up lists, and it's a very simple little message. Hey, we have a new program launching. It's, and I have like a little copy-pasted thing, about the kind of fitness it is. I don't know if you're interested. I'd love to send you more information. Would you like to try the sample workout? However I feel. Sometimes I change it up. Can I put you in the group where we're talking about it? Most people are super easy for being like, yeah, I'll join your group and learn about it. No problem. So, all right, ladies, have a good night. And also for the launch, be patient with the website. It's crazy on launch day. So take a deep breath. It's gonna be okay. Yes.
I do have one more question. So when we're enrolling people, when it finally does launch and we're enrolling people with their challenge packs or whatever it is, what was my question? Oh my gosh. I had a good question. Oh my gosh. Nope, totally forgot. I'll ask you later. I totally forgot what I was gonna say. Wow.
It's not fair that you live with her, because then you can ask all your questions.
I actually don't let her ask questions. She gets the same amount of questions as each one of you. You only get 3 questions a week, and that's it. I mean, I'm like, sorry.
Time limit.
That's not true. I will answer all of y'all's questions too. Just send them to me. Sometimes I feel like y'all don't utilize me enough. Just text me.
That's not true. I send you a message like every time you wake up. There's one from me.
I don't think that.
I feel like
you just tag. No, you don't ask hardly any questions. Paige remembered her question. There it is.
I remembered it. So should we be sending out? Can we send out enrollment share carts to people before the 7th? Or do we have to wait till the 7th to send that out? Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Yes.
I didn't know if it was just we could send it and be wait until the 7th to enroll. Okay.
It's not on the ShareCart website, so there's not going to be anything for you to send. Yeah, which is funny because I did have somebody, who was it? Somebody earlier today said, well, I've been looking on the website for it. And I'm like, well, it doesn't launch till Tuesday. So I know, it was my call last night I had. It comes out on Tuesday. It won't be there. He's loving on the dog.
Oh, sorry. I thought I muted myself. He's scared from the fireworks.
Oh, poor baby. All right.
Mine was scared from thunderstorm at the beginning of the call. I had to go put her thunder shirt on her. She
so
just
here's
shaky.
my horse.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet puppies. All right, you guys.
I have one more question.
Yes.
Anybody that has tried this salted caramel, how have you made it?
Wouldn't know.
Mine hasn't arrived yet. It's supposed to get here Saturday, but I've seen people have just said ice and almond milk. It's some people are saying it's too sweet. So just be
okay.
If you like sweet, I'm sure you're gonna love it. But if you're not a big sweets person, it might not be your thing.
Yeah, Cece said she's not a big fan of it, and she actually thinks it's the salt that she doesn't like. She said there's a strong, salty she's like, but She said, but then I went and had something that was salted caramel, and she was like, that tastes the same. Like, it gives me that same feeling. I'm like, well, it's salted caramel, Cece. I don't know what you thought it tastes like.
I know the chocolate for me can sometimes be too sweet, kind of tastes like I'm drinking brownie batter. But for me, I put spinach in it, and that helped bring it more earthy. So maybe if it's too sweet with the salted caramel, because you don't really taste spinach, it might help take back that sweetness.
Yeah. That's definitely a good idea. Thank you, Katie. Yeah, spinach can tone down a lot. And then, yeah, probably just unsweetened almond milk. And I know Cece did put a banana in there. And if you want for like pictures, if you're all like, ooh, I'm going to make these beautiful Instagram pictures, a lot of people are mixing butternut squash into it to get like a super strong orange color. Like frozen, like cooked frozen butternut squash, not like just random butternut squash, because that's weird. That gives it like that bright orange color that people like. All right, anybody else?
Bright orange turns me off, but that's just personally me. Not like
for me either.
I don't want to drink something bright orange. No, I'm all set.
I'm excited to try it though. I would love for it to come in. Who knows?
Mine's supposed to come on Saturday.
I wish it was a grapefruit.
Your new cup is so cute. I'm probably gonna order one for myself.
Oh,
I followed her on Insta.
Aren't they beautiful?
They're so pretty.
All the things. I know. It is really beautiful. So, all right, ladies, I love you lots, but I'm going to go and wash the salt off of my hair. Oh, get out of here, Amanda. Ginger.
That's gone. Yeah, I got it. I'm holding off. I'm going to try it tomorrow. So I'm excited.
We'll be watching your stories in anticipation as soon as I get up. All right. Good. Oh, hold on, photo. Smile. Yay, there's Katie. All right. Bye for real this time.